Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of area of composite figures. This is standard 7.9C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 4 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a utility line running through Shane's backyard, and he's not allowed to dig within 3 feet. So if we can't see it, this utility line is this dotted line that's right here. And so you've got this 3-foot gap that you're not allowed to shade. And so this is right here, the dashed line represents the utility line. And so you're not allowed to dig there, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of just draw these slashes here and say we're not allowed to dig here. They're labeled no digging. So what is the area in square feet of the part of the backyard in which Shane is allowed to dig? So we have a section removed. So we can dig here in this big chunk because it's not within 3 feet, but we can't forget this little guy right here. So we've got a little bit over here on the left that's outside of that 3 feet. So I'm going to just draw these lines right here. That means these ones that are slanted from left to right, that's where we can dig right there. And so we need to find that area. So it's just going to use the additive property of area, which means we need to find the area of this, right? Base times height. And then the area of this little guy right here, still base times height. They're both rectangles. Add them up, and we're good to go. So let's start with this big one. This big one's going to be pretty easy because they go ahead and give us that 14. They give us the 17. So that's base times height. My base is 14 feet. My height is 17 feet. And we just need to multiply those two. It's basic 2 by 2 multiplication. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7. Add that 2 is 9. On the second row, I'm going to put a 0, and then I can just write down my 14 as long as I leave it lined up. I'm going to have 8, 13. All right, so 238. So this first one is 238 square feet. Now this little one, well, we know the height is 17. We can at least do that because over on the right side of this rectangular garden, it's a rectangle, so one height on the right side is going to be the same as this. So area equals base times height. So I know it's going to be 17 feet, but the base is a little bit tricky. I don't have any measurement at the top or bottom of my base, but this is what I do have. I do have this really, really big 22 that goes over the entire backyard, right? So think of it like a part hole. So I've got 22, and I've got my chunks down here. I've got 14, I've got 3, and I've got 3. So I've got 3 plus 3 plus 14. So that's going to be 6 plus 14, so that's 20. So from here to here is this 20 feet. And I'm missing a little chunk here, and it needs to get from 20 feet up to 22 feet. Okay, now that's pretty obvious. That's 2 feet. So that's what we have to do, is we have to kind of use reasoning to figure out that this base right here is 2 feet. Once we have that, we're in business. My base is 2 feet, so I'm just going to double 17. So we'll just double that, and that's going to be 34 square feet. So I've got my 34 square feet. And I've got my 238 square feet, and let's just add those together. I'll just use that 238. That's 12, 7, 272 square feet. My answer is F.